Hey, how you doing now? This is Rick from Phoenix Triumph in Mesa. Basically, I wanted to go over this bad boy right here. Check this out. This is actually that Scrambler XE. This is a fantastic looking bike. I rode this thing and it was a fantastic. I went to this event right here, as you can see right here. It actually is over at Burrow Springs, over at a golf resort, where it's just open roads, a lot of open dirt spaces. So I had the pleasure of taking this out there. There was a lot of good riders out there that know how to ride this bike, so I know this is capable of doing all kinds of great things. But I'm just going to go over some very basic things on here, just to go over that I learned, and some of the things I'll tell you really fast after that, because I don't want to make a long video. I just want to give you some good highlights. First of all, you're looking at a 21-inch front tire here now. I like these here because now they see it actually spoke. The spoke means it's tubeless, as you can see, because right here, this is where they actually it mounts to, so that means that it's a tubeless tire. As you see, most time when you see spokes, and they say, well, what's the difference between tubeless? Tubeless means when these spokes are actually going into the rim right here, you can see how it goes into the rim. That means this tire right here is going to have a tube in it. When it's mounted, the spokes are mounted on the outside of the rim or on the inside off the rim. That means it's going to be a tubeless tire. So that's cool right there. Again, now the front end here, you got this fantastic looking light here. This is the DRL light that they make for these here. Very, very clean looking. You have the Showa front forks. You got Owen's back fork shocks back here with the piggyback adjustments. So you can actually go up here, and there's a little device here where you can actually tighten and loosen your shock to give it better balance, for whatever you're going through. Another thing is this right here, your indicator right here, that shows your miles and everything else down there. They've done a lot of great things to this thing here. There's a lot of things in there. I'm not going to go over every one of them, but there's 6 riding modes. And now one of the riding modes is called Off-Road Pro Riding, which means when you put that in pro riding, you can do some really, really crazy aggressive riding on this bike out there in the dirt. This thing has 1200cc 6-speed transmission. I guarantee you can do anything you want on this bike out there in the dirt. Another thing I like about this was very impressive. You also have the gear protectors right here. It's basically just a plastic shield here to protect your knuckles from being slammed from rocks, different things that comes up from when you're riding with people, which is a nice little feature. The other thing is you have the nice billet style pegs with rubber, but what happens is, because this is the billet, it keeps your foot from sliding off, so it gives you better traction than just a normal rubber one. So that's a nice little machined satin brush like this here. This aluminum, it's basically aluminum brush. Here you got it here. It highlights the bike in different areas. This tank is fantastic looking. Look how the logo of Triumph is just pushed out on this bike on the tank. It just magnifies the tank to say, hey, look at me, this is a Triumph, which is very impressive. Again, in the back here, you have the great big exhaust. Exhaust sound great for a stock exhaust. They do make Vance and Hines for these that look exactly like the exhaust that's on right now, only Vance and Hines. The back here, again, they shortened the fender, they brought everything up. You have very much ground clearance. Not only do you have the clearance here between the tire and the fender, but look at this clearance in the front, underneath this bike. I mean, we're talking some serious clearance here. I'm a big guy. I can slide underneath this bike if I need to slide underneath this bike, just, because we have so much clearance. So therefore, what it means is, when you're on that open road and you're doing some really good riding, stunt riding, you hit rocks and boulders and everything, you're not going to worry about that thing slamming up against the bottom of this, because the clearance is good enough. So that's why they made the XEs, to give that extra ground clearance, to have better performance for the guys who enjoy the open road and dirt riding. The other thing I was to show them, which I've been riding for a long time, and thought I knew a lot of things about motorcycles, but dirt riding is not my style. So I got some little tips to kind of tell guys, especially like on the tires also. When you're getting on a motorcycle, they make these pegs here so that way you can stand on the peg instead of trying to throw your leg over. So you stand up first, like this, and then come over the bike. And then go ahead and pull the bike over. What it does is it gives you balance so that the bike is almost gives you, so you can tilt the bike up and everything. You don't have to worry about throwing your hip out, trying to get your leg over the bike. So it's nice. And same thing getting off. All you do is put your foot back on the pegs, stand up straight, and when you're riding this bike in the dirt, this is basically how you're going to ride it in. I would be sitting on it myself because I'm not experienced in the dirt, and this is more comfortable. But this is actually how you do it, and they tear it up. And there's some fantastic guys out there, and women that just tore that dirt up. So I was really honored to get to see this bike and actually how it was supposed to be designed to be riders by some of the great riders. So, but again, you just pull yourself off, and it's so much better on the hips, believe me. Because if you try this all the time, it gets to be my age, it's a workout. So that was a nice little tip they gave me. And then again, this is the keyless remote, so you go down that. And like I said, it's just I wanted to kind of go over some little basic things for you. Again, I'm Rick at Phoenix Triumph Motorcycles in Mesa. This is the Scrambler XE. If you like them, come on down. We do test rides. I got all the models pretty well in stock, so if you're looking for a great bike and it's a great Triumph, come on down here and we'll fix you up. Ride safe. Thank you.